We are the dollars and cents.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, today we're going to discuss a fragrance that I just heard about the other day. Shout out to Ross Carlo from, I believe his channel is TLTG Reviews. I didn't watch his video because I didn't want to be influenced, but I did see that he was talking about it. And I think I just saw like the thumbnail of his video. So that was just enough for me to go, wow, I didn't know they had another one. And apparently they do. And as you guys know, I've done a video on, well, I didn't do a video on the original Joop, or Joop, however you guys want to call it. Again, I'm going to say Joop just from the start because I know it might be wrong, but that's fine. I have the original Joop. Didn't do a video on that one, I don't believe. But I did a video on the Eau de Parfum that came out. And this is actually a really nice fragrance. I think it might be still a little bit hard to find here in the States, but not sure. I haven't looked. And then I did one recently on Joop Homme Absolute, which I really liked. Vetiver, tonka bean, and vanilla, I think. It was really sweet. Anyway, I compared this one to Eau de Beau and Prada Black. Like a nice combination of those two. So get your hands on that one if you like those two fragrances. But today, we're going to discuss Joop Homme Le Parfum. So they jumped on the Le Parfum side of things and decided to I guess make another flanker. And I want to say that the Eau de Parfum and the Le Parfum, they both came out in the same year. So I don't know why they just didn't stagger them out longer, but a year's a long time. So who knows? Maybe they did stagger them. It was like maybe a May, December kind of thing. And they just, put enough time in between. But I will say that this one I think was around $45. I'll put the link in the description. I got it from Amazon. But I will say that there's not going to be a lot of time spent on this presentation because honestly, the box looks just like the other ones. It just has a little bit. It looks like it might be black and gold. Okay. So this is a 125 ml bottle, and here is the bottle. Again, looks just like the Le Parfum. The juice is like a darker pink. This one's more of a brown. This one has honey in it, so that's why I was thinking maybe honey and some tobacco and booze maybe. But this one here is just kind of a dark purple juice. Looks more like the original, but just darker, as you can see there. But here's a little bit of information about this fragrance. So Joop Homme Le Parfum from the house of Joop is a men's amber fougere fragrance released in 2022. The nose behind this fragrance is Corinne Dubrel Serini. And I believe it's an Eau de Parfum concentration. Doesn't say it on the box, but it does say Le Parfum, so I'm assuming Eau de Parfum. Technically, it could be an extrait de Parfum, but I think they would have put that on the box. So yeah, the notes for this fragrance. In the top, we have lavender. In the mid, we have iris. And in the base, we round things off with vanilla, praline, and tonka bean. So it sounds like it's going to be really nice. It is considered an amber fougere. So will it have a little bit of barbershop? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But I do like the base notes. Vanilla, praline, and tonka bean. Sounds like it might be very gourmandy. You guys know I love iris out there. Now, I did just do a video on probably the best iris I've ever tried. And so we'll see if it rivals that at all. Sometimes it's a hit and miss with these iris notes. But we'll see what I get. Lavender, we all know that is the main player. At least that's what I've always thought was the main player in the fougere classification. I could be wrong about that, but that's just always what I've gathered over the years. So let's give this fragrance some first impressions. We're gonna get right to it, guys. We do know, and if you don't know, gold atomizer, by the way. If you don't know, these sprayers here usually spray a ton of juice. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm gonna wear this fragrance today as well. But a couple sprays here. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of juice, a lot of juice. Okay. Okay, getting the iris. It's a lipstick iris. It's powdery. Getting all the, I'm getting something on top that smells like citrus, but there's no citrus in this. It might be the lavender. So this has a little bit of that like mainstream opening, but it smells almost like a citrusy, there's like a bit of a citrusy kind of twing to it. To my nose right now, it smells like there's like grapefruit or bergamot in this mixed with the sweet notes. So I'm getting a little bit of a Invictus. I know I always say it, guys. You guys are going to kill me in the comments. I get it. Has a little bit of that Invictus opening. Or House of Sillage number 4. Or all these other fragrances that come out. Has a little bit of that same opening. What's it called? Run Wild from Davidoff has that same kind of opening. So it has that opening, but it also, the iris was right there on top. So you did get a little bit of that lipstick heaviness. But right now it's really, that went away. And now I'm getting a lot of the lavender. Something that smells like citruses, but there's no citruses in this. And I'm guessing all the sweetness is just going to be the base, the vanilla, the praline, the tonka bean. The praline isn't very like, I've tried praline in other fragrances, and it's very like thick and candied and smells like praline, very sugary. Not getting that yet. I'm just getting a more of a mainstream type of fragrance. Yeah, this is like rivals like, Wanted by Night and just those types of fragrances, right? But it smells nice. It just, again, sort of been done before. I did like that little twinge of the iris note up top. But overall, this is going to have a very familiar DNA. Again, if I try them side by side, I bet they smell completely different. But just to my brain, trying this for the first time, that's immediately where my brain's going first. Going, okay, this smells familiar. It smells like those other fragrances I've tried before. But it's not a bad composition. And if you guys think that Joop is some cheap company that doesn't make decent fragrances, you guys are going to be wrong, because the last two that I've done, actually the last three I've done, this being the third, they've been really good. And I haven't read too much on this one, but I want to say that in the thumbnail that Ross put, it had like a long-lasting or good performing or something. Or maybe even called it a beast. I'm not really sure. But this is a nice fragrance. This smells really, really nice. This is very mainstream. This, to my nose right now, this does not smell like this one. This one's way different in a sense. This has more of the dryer sheets, sandalwood with some honey in it. This one here just smells like its own thing. Oops. But that iris note is, I can't get it. It is a lipstick iris, like Dior Homme Intense. And hopefully it gets stronger, because it was right there on the top and then it sort of vanished, and now it's sort of creeping back in. So we'll see how long that lasts around. But yeah, right now I'll say this fragrance is nice. It smells very, very mainstream. Again, that might turn most of you guys off in there out there watching. But I will say some of you guys, though, who especially, I think this one was like $45. I'll see. We'll get to all that in the second half of the video. But we'll see if this one's going to be worth the money, because it might be. I mean, 45 isn't awful. Maybe if it was lower, obviously it's going to be better. But yeah, right now this fragrance is a little powdery. It's very mainstream sweet, not too gourmandy, but it is sweet. Clubby sweet. So we'll see how it performs, because it might be a good club scent. But yeah, the lipstick note in this definitely, the iris note, not the lipstick, but I do get that, is definitely nice in this. So I would say it's a decent addition to this sort of composition. And looking forward to seeing where this one goes. So I'm going to wear this fragrance today, and over the next couple of days, give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. What's up, guys? Back with my update for Joop Homme Le Parfum. And I'm going to say I do like this fragrance. It did sort of remind me of a couple of other ones, like a combined version, which isn't a bad thing. So from the opening, when you get the iris note, remind me a little bit of Valentino Uomo. This is the intense version. You could say it kind of reminded me of both, but I guess this one just kind of came to mind first. Mixed with a little bit of Ultramall or Date for Men, whichever one you want to say. Mixed with a little bit of the Eau de Parfum. That's more in the dry down. But also, I got a little bit of the DNA in the dry down from Stronger With You from the house of Giorgio Armani. Overall, it's going to be more of a combination of I guess the first three. I guess the Ultramall, the Valentino Uomo Intense, and the Stronger With You. And you're going to get Le Parfum here. This is a nice fragrance. Now, I guess we'll get to the price factor, all that here in a little bit. But this is very mainstream, okay? This is not bad at all. I actually really do like this one. But if you're expecting some sort of niche banger that's super, super non-mainstream, or you've like something unique, you're not going to get that with this. That being said, I do like this fragrance, though. It's nice and sweet. It's nice. It has some nice gourmand aspects to it. It has some lavender in there to give it that mainstream feel. I really did like this fragrance. I will say that I did get, like in the opening, there was something in this that made me really think there was some grapefruit in this. There isn't any fruit in this by any means, no citrus or anything, but just something about just the way these notes combined, and it made me get like that sharp bite that grapefruit brings to the table. Again, there's none in this, but I did get that, which was really nice. somewhere along the way, I also got a little bit of like coconut, like a coconut feel. Not sure where that came from because there's no sandalwood in this. And we do know that there's other notes that can be combined that kind of give you a coconut feel. But yeah, this is just a really nice fragrance. Again, if you just sort of take those 3 that I mentioned, maybe those 4, and you kind of crunch them up into one bottle, you're going to get that. It's a really nice fragrance. It's considered an amber fougere. I didn't get like a warm spiciness in the dry down. I got more of a like a gourmand, sweet, sort of nutty fragrance from the praline, the tonka bean, and some of that vanilla. But yeah, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised with this fragrance. Longevity I got with this fragrance was really, really great. 8+ hours. It is an Eau de Parfum concentration. I'm assuming. I didn't find it, but it says Le Parfum. But 8+ hours of this fragrance every time. The projection was fantastic. Maybe Beast, guys, because this one stayed on my skin all day, and it was like I literally was getting wafts of it 12 hours later. So yeah, I don't want to go on record, but it's really, really good. We'll just say that. Seasons for this fragrance, if you guys haven't guessed already, it's going to be the cooler, colder months of the year. Sure, you can probably wear this one in warm weather. Like I always say, wear them wherever you want. But in my opinion, this one's probably better in the cooler, colder weather because it is very strong. You might blow some people out of the room if you wear too much of this stuff. Occasions for this fragrance, I'm going to say, are evening events, date night, club. I don't know about formal. It's a very juvenile fragrance. So I will say if you're younger, and we'll get to the age in a second, but like if you're younger, you can wear them to a club. You can wear them to like social events. Not really like suit and tie. I will say maybe date night if you're a younger guy. But yeah, nothing formal though. This is gonna be more of a casual kind of hangout, very, very casual, maybe club fragrance. Ages for this fragrance, I'm going to say, are 20 and up. I think 20 and up can easily pull this fragrance off. I was venturing to say 25 because the iris note might be a little off-putting, but honestly, it's very short-lived. It's not. I wish it lasted a lot longer, but like it's just very short-lived compared to the rest of the notes in this fragrance. That iris note isn't really going to hurt this composition too much. But overall, I do like this fragrance. I think it smells really, really good. Now, it's not like, anything new. And I want to say in the first half of the video, I said it sort of reminded me a little bit of Invictus. I guess at this point, whenever I say that, I sort of just mean that it has a mainstream feel. And it has like a safe opening that's a little fresh and citrusy, even though this one didn't have citrus in it. But this is a very safe fragrance. I think 20 and up would be a good age range for this fragrance. I think that you can easily afford this one. Now, this is a 100 ml bottle or 120 ml. I found it for like $47. If the price goes down on this one to about $35, I think they'll be a cheap but good fragrance. I think it'll be a blind buy worthy bottle. If you like the ones that I said it reminded me of, I think it's blind buy worthy at $35. If you want to pull the trigger at 45 or 47, whatever I pay for this one, I think that might be good. I did find this one on Amazon, so they do sometimes have return policies. You guys look into that. But I think this is a very safe club fragrance, a very safe, youthful club fragrance with a slight bit of iris in the opening that's going to turn some heads. Some of you guys out there that like, Dior Homme Intense or Valentino Homme Intense, those types of fragrances are going to get a little bit of that iris in the opening that might just make you really want to pull the trigger on this fragrance. I put this fragrance on before I started filming this half of the video, and I'm just getting nice, sweet, like it's almost sweet and powdery wasp right now. It smells really, really nice, guys. I do think this is a great fragrance, and I'm glad that I added it to my Joop collection because now I have 4 that I can easily go through. I will say I tried the Eau de Parfum and the Le Parfum side by side. This one is a bit more, it has more of a thicker honey note in it. In the dry down, they are similar. So if you already have this one, do you want to get this one? That's going to be a tough call, guys. I'm going to say maybe. I don't know. This one's going to be more mature with the honey note with some other things going on to it. I think this one might have some booze in it as well. This one might be a safer fragrance for the younger guys. But overall, this one's going to be a better composition than the original Joop, that's for sure. So if you sort of like that one, you might like this one. Although I didn't get a lot of the dryer sheets smell, but I did get a little bit of it. You get a little bit of the original Joop DNA in here, but this is definitely enough to be its own thing, guys. But what are your thoughts on Joop Homme Le Parfum from the house of Joop? Do you like this fragrance? Have you guys even tried this fragrance? If you have, let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below, because I'd love to hear what you guys think about this one. Again, I do like the ones that I compared it to. I think those are great comparisons. The Ultramall, the Valentino Homme Intense, and the Stronger With You. I think that's a pretty fair way to assess this one. Obviously, it's going to have its own thing going. But that's just the closest comparisons I can come up with, guys. And I think that's decent company to keep, guys. But let me know your thoughts and figures down in the comments below. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impression videos and first edit content just like this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find first edit photos and future contest winners. And as always, until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks.